Skiers have been going great guns in the early part of the season. They'll be racing in Kuusamo in North Finland this weekend. It's competitive from Cook.
It's good, her eye relief, the distance from the eye to the rear sight. She's really opting for quite a long way back, and some athletes do that. Good start for Cook. I'm pleased to say for the British fans, Amanda Lightfoot, in fact, I'm just reading, sorry, her time before the prone shoot. She's only missed a further one, so 5 penalties.
Vita Shemilienko, 46, she started, and 2 penalties. This is respectable. 48.33 on the clock. She'll be under 49 minutes, certainly. Another 60 metres or so to go for Semilienko, and she's certainly capable of finishing in the top 10 of the World Cup standings at the end of this year. It's been a slow rise in form over the years. And at 4:20 outside, 18th place at the moment. Started so well for Sukalova, still no one's matched, only Kuzmina has matched her time at the first shoot, that's at the 3-kilometre marker, but now finds herself 3:38 behind the leaders, and if she can keep that margin, she'll go into 17th position. If she can pick up 2 or 3 seconds, she could well move into the top 15 and go ahead of Taya Grigorin. It's going to be close, and she needs to keep the pressure on in the closing stages.
It's good skiing from, and a big improvement from last year from Sukalova. If she's only 38 seconds off Berger's time at this stage.
A little bit tight in the shoulders, but that just indicates that she's put everything into this one. 3:38, 9th position. As Mike says, only 38 seconds slower than Berger across the snow. That is really promising. Welcome back to Oestersund. If you've just joined us, I can tell you that Norway are in pole position at the moment with a fantastic time from Tora Berger, that's put her comfortably ahead of everyone else. Domrasheva in 2nd place. Olsbu 29.25, so some work to do on the skiing, but if she hits the remaining 5 and stays within 3 minutes, she could find herself in the top 5 as well, and that would be an astonishing start to her World Cup career.
Brilliant, isn't that? 21-year-old, first ever race, and 15 out of 15.
That's Tora Berger making her way down towards the media centre. She'll have a lot of interviews to do tonight. There'll be the doping tests, of course, that take place at the World Cups. And certainly, Mike, the top athletes seem to be skiing at the same pace nowadays, more or less, cross-country and biathlon. For you, is that a good indication that the doping controls have been effective?
I really hope so, and it does. It seems to indicate that there certainly aren't any real skewering of the results, and I think the best way to stamp it all out is blood profiling. So take a blood sample this time of year, maybe in in a month's time, maybe every month, for every athlete to be controlled that way, then you have a much better picture of getting anyone that does something dodgy.
And then you're watching the hematocrit levels, the amount of hemoglobin in the blood, and just making sure that it stays relatively constant, and you get waves but you don't get spikes.
I think so, and if an athlete's been racing or training at altitude, say over Christmas, then you will get a natural spike where it's slightly higher, but you don't get the... But you'll be able to find anything that is illegal.
How much money on a clear shoot? One more to go for Ferenc of Romania, and a brilliant start. Well done to her. So she joins a pretty exclusive club to have hit 20 out of 20. Berger is amongst them. As you can see, the ski time is not as good as Berger. She's some way outside. But if she gets a top 30 and gets World Cup points, that would be fantastic. 26th position at the moment. She needs to go some to ensure that she stays in the top 30. It's going to have to be a very, very quick lap by her standards. Here comes Larsen, and she also in that group with 20 hits. What a place to do it, in front of your home crowd, where some would argue the pressure is at its greatest. Bachmann on 50.11 is going down. She's just going to scrape into the World Cup points for now, but I'm not sure she'll survive there in 30th position. 5:22 outside the leading time, but you couldn't have asked for more on the range. Swedes have got it, haven't they? Ekholm was brilliant. Olofsson, of course. Forsberg knew how to shoot.
They do, they certainly have the shooting, but now they need their athletes, the present athletes, to, if they can, pick up that ski pace.
And the fastest skier up there, I guess, Makarainen is quick, 3:33 behind, despite 2 misses. Domracheva also. Domracheva the fastest, 30 seconds ahead of Makarainen, so it is the same names as last year. Kuzmina dropping outside the top 10, but still a good race from Anastasia Kuzmina, the Olympic sprint champion. Here comes Urlova. She started number 96, a little unfortunate. Draws the short straw in the Russian team. They can put 3 in group number 1, and then they have to have 1 in each of the 3 remaining groups. And generally, it's done on the ranking within the team. If Urlova hits 20 out of 20 today, I suggest she might not be the last to get a choice in Saturday's race.
That is so true. Look how much she missed that by 1 centimetre at 2 o'clock on the target. Yeah, indicating a snatch, and missing to the right again, so her sights have not been readjusted since the wind was from the left.
That 5th one was a split round as well, so a little bit fortunate to get away with just 1 penalty. 16th position, 1:13 behind the leaders, would have been mightily impressive.
Without a doubt, though, once again, another of the Russian athletes, Kurovina, only missing 2 targets, but the ski speed is a little down. Often we see that, though, Patrick. The Russian team, they come off the back of some intense and very hard training leading into the World Cup, and they haven't fully, it sounds mad, but they haven't fully recovered coming into the first World Cup races.
4:12, the margin. If we take away those 2 minutes and make the margin 2:12, she would have been in 4th position, just ahead of Olga Vilakina.
That's why I like this race even more. If an athlete that doesn't quite, is say, 1.5 minutes off the fastest ski time, it gives them that opportunity to even take the victory with hitting the 20.
Boyer of France, a little further down the range, bib number 80. This is her last shoot of the day. Good shooting.
That's the way to do it. And just 1 lapse of either position or tension through the body, creating the 2 penalties first time in for the standing.
Just give us an idea of the contrast between coming off that firing point after the last shoot, having hit 5 or having made 1, 2 or even 3 mistakes?
It's hard to describe the feeling. To get those last 5, it's satisfaction. It's right. All I have to do now is ski. Whereas if you've missed 1, 2 or 3, the tension, without a doubt, you're annoyed. It doesn't quite give the same flow on the skis.
So in terms of time, what's it worth to clear the 5?
It's a difficult one to put a figure on it, but I would say at least 10 seconds over the final part of the race.
Slow-mo shots, of course, of the likely winner here today. I can't see anyone matching Tora Berger's time. 44:33.5. Well, she bares her hands and she bares her heart when she gets out on the racetracks. There is no one else who digs deeper than her, and we've seen it time and time again, and there's nothing better than watching Tora Berger when she's chasing 5 or 10 seconds on another competitor.
It's quite amazing, and you saw the last section of footage. Her head is right down. Now, your technical experts would say it's better to keep your head up, but she just fights so hard. That's her dealing with pain.
Yeah, very shy, very humble, fantastic athlete, and a great ambassador for the sport, and I think she's got a lot more to give. And as you said, Mike, what a relief that she didn't hang up her skis at the end of last season. Panova for the Czech Republic. The wind has eased a little, and we're seeing some good shooting as a result at the back end of this race. 18 out of 20, very nice indeed. Well done to her. But even so, with just 2 misses, she finds herself outside the World Cup points. Top 30 get points. It's quite a complicated system, the biathlon, with in fact, top 40 getting points now. I told you it was complicated. with the winner getting 6th. It's not like the FIS system where you get 100 for a win, 80 for second. There's much less of a gap, and often we work it out to see whether if they employed the FIS, the Alpine or the cross-country system for biathlon, generally it comes out as the same winner, which is slightly surprising considering there's 20 points between first and second in Alpine, only 4 or 5 points in biathlon.
And yeah, forever in biathlon it used to be the top 30, and what was it, 2 years ago they introduced, and I think that was good. It's so tight up that top 50 in fact, that if you've had a bad day in your 38th, you're still now getting some points, not being punished for a bad day.
Oestersund of Norway started 86. It won't have slowed too much, but we've had constant snowfall all the way through this race, and well, by the time they finished, another centimetre of fresh snow does have some effect on the ski speed.
Just thinking, Patrick, Oestersund, her first World Cup, she's hit 15 out of 15. Can she control her mind and keep a vacuum and just do what she normally does? Is she thinking about this being a great position?
Well, you're a very positive guy. I guess you'd say yes. I think number 20 is going to be the tough shot.
She still looks relaxed. That was just a slight technical snatch through the trigger, her missed shot.
Long delay before the last shot, and it's a good one though. 19 out of 20, can't complain with that. It's not quite the same as going to dinner tonight having hit all 20 with a big smile on your face, but she'll know she's got potential. Almost 4 minutes behind the race leader, but very much in the running for some World Cup points in her first ever attempt. I think that might just secure her place in the team for certainly up until Christmas, and then we'll see how she's gone from there on in.
Well, that's right, 21st position, and it could have been so much better with that one miss away.
Bobak of Poland, unable to match her teammate Palka, who went very well, having started number 1 today. Boyer just going through the 13.5. She's got another 1,500 metres to go, much of it downhill, and just behind number 76, that's Amanda Lightfoot, who